interesting to me because I work in a very layered structure. So lots of glazing and letting coats of paint dry and then adding another one on top. So AR is interesting because it can augment that aspect of my work, extending outside of the picture plane into a different dimension. I think artists have a different way of approaching technology or science and innovation because we are comfortable with working with ambiguity. It's an inherent part of any art piece, navigating ambiguity the entire time, essentially. And then also I think artists are familiar with understanding how things feel and how we build meaning out of those kinds of structures, aesthetic structures. So you can apply that kind of thinking to technology and science as well, and it can result in some really interesting developments. I think now it's so fresh, so it's surprising. I think now in this kind of initial moments of augmented reality, it forces the audience to be aware of their participation in a different way. You're not just a spectator looking at a canvas, but it requires you perhaps to move around the object, to look at it at different angles. And you can always tell a painter in an art museum because we're doing that anyways. But now it's offering that experience of perception to a wider public. And I think that's really good. And I think in the future, what that means is that if this were to become more integrated in everyday experience, maybe people would understand perception in new ways and experience perceiving in new ways.